Hi everyone, and welcome to Creative Chelsea. Today I'm excited to be creating a fun set of cards using a couple new products from Stampin' Up! That will be available on January 5th, 2023. These cards have been made as part of the global Stampin' Video Hop. This month we are sharing projects to welcome in the new year and/or celebration products. Make sure to keep hopping around by clicking on the link to the next video in the description below. Celebration at Stampin' Up! Is such a fun time. With every qualifying order between January 5th and February 28th, you can get a free product. There are two different qualifying levels. The first is a $50 order and the second is a $100 order. If you live in the United States and would like a copy of your own Celebration catalog, as well as the new mini catalog, please click on the link in the top right corner and I will send you one. Let's go ahead and begin making the last card to complete this set of springtime cards. I'm going to begin with the Thanks a Bunch stamp set. This is a celebration item that you can get with a $50 order. And I really loved this card that was in the catalog, and so you'll see some similarities to that one. And another thing that I wanted to do was to add some colors that are part of another Celebration Designer Series paper pack. And so I'll share that with you in just a minute. But let's go ahead and stamp the carrots first. I'm going to begin with Pale Papaya ink. This is my lightest color carrot, and it's going to go left of center. Make sure to bring it down close to the bottom of your cardstock. And this piece of cardstock is 3 1/4 by 4 3/4 inches. The next color I'm going to use is Mango Melody, and this is going to go to the right of center. And then the last color is Pumpkin Pie. And this will go all the way to the left. So we have our 3 orange carrots. Next, I'm going to stamp my purple carrots, and I've cleaned off my carrot stamp, and I'm going to do the first color in Merry Merlot, and that's going to go right in the center. And then I'm going to go with Blackberry Bliss, which is the darker of the two colors, but I'm going to stamp off first and then stamp on. And look at those beautiful carrots. The next image I'm going to stamp is this detailed image that you can add to the carrots, and it's going to give it kind of that texture that carrots have. So I have that on a clear block, and I'm going to start with the Blackberry Bliss, and I'm going to ink that up, and then you have to get right above the stamp, and then you just kind of eyeball where the edge is. You stamp it right over that, and then without inking again, actually I am going to ink it up because that's a dark color, so I'm going to ink it up again and stamp again. Try to make sure you're right over the image so you get that fun texture inside your carrots. For the orange carrots, I'm going to do that same stamp in Pumpkin Pie, and we're going to begin with let's do the Mango Melody. Actually, we're going to do the Pumpkin Pie. So we'll be Pumpkin Pie on Pumpkin Pie. And you'll see it because it's double stamped. But then I'm going to ink up again and do the Mango Melody. Again, try to get right above your stamp. And then without re-inking, go ahead and stamp the last one, which is the Pale Papaya. Such a fun look. It really adds a lot of detail to those carrots. Next, we're going to add some leaves, and I'm going to use this large leaf here and then that kind of this sprig. And we're going to do them in 2 different greens. I have Old Olive, and that's for the larger leaf. And I'm going to stamp some using the 2nd generation stamping. which means that you don't re-ink, and that's going to give you those multiple colors of green. So there's the first one. Maybe do another one to the next carrot, ink up again, maybe one on the far carrot. So they don't all need to have a leaf. You're just kind of filling in that space there. And then the sprig we're going to do with a brighter green, which is Parakeet Party. And this you can just kind of put between. If by chance your paper, you don't have quite enough, you can grab a scratch piece of paper and line it up with the top of your carrot. And then you can stamp that wherever you want, and you're not going to get the image on your carrot. So there's a little tip. And it doesn't have to be anything special. You don't need to use the masking technique or anything. You can just grab a scratch paper and kind of do those on a couple of the carrots. So that looks really good. So the next product that I wanted to use doesn't really coordinate naturally with the carrots. And so that's why I pulled in those purple colors and those green colors to kind of bring in some of these beautiful colors from the Favored Flowers Designer Series paper. And this is another Sale-a-bration item. You can see that one side has these gorgeous flowers, and then the other side has a really fun geometric pattern. And this is the pattern that I've used on my cards. So I'll just share these with you. They do come as a 12 by 12. I've cut them down to 6 by 6 just to make it easier for me to show them on screen. Just some really beautiful colors and very springtime feeling. Look at that gorgeous pattern there. So the colors maybe don't match exactly to the ink colors that I chose, but I think they go really well with the cards and the carrots images. So fun. So what I did is I took each one of those patterns and I cut them to 4 inches by 5.5 inches. And then I also took and cut a 1/2 inch strip by 5.5 inches. And we're going to have fun mixing and matching those patterns onto our card. So I'm going to use a card base of thick basic white cardstock. And again, we're using the geometric pattern. So I'm going to start with my 1/2 inch strip. And the card front is 4.25 inches. And so this strip is just going to be a little touch of pattern on the left edge. And so you just want to line that up with the left edge and top and bottom. And then if you're using liquid glue, make sure to smooth that out so that you don't get any lumps and bumps. And then on the back of your larger piece, you can lay that right on top. And then use a bone folder to smooth out the glue. Aren't those patterns so fun together? I love the fun color combinations that you can put together with this pack of paper. So now we're going to take our stamped image and I'm just going to pop it up with some dimensionals. And then you're going to add it to the center of your card. Actually, maybe a little left of center. I just want a little touch of color on the left side showing so that you can see those two fun patterns and how they coordinate nicely, especially with those purple and orange carrots. So fun. Then we can just add a little bit of embellishments. And I wanted to use the Natural Finish ribbon. This is in the annual catalog. I'm just going to add it with a little tear and tape right across the middle of the carrots. And then you can give it a fun look by fraying the ends just a little bit. So just pull on those strings until it frays just the way you want it to. And then I always cut off these extra strings here. And then I wanted to pull in a little bit more color with the pumpkin pie twine. And this is from the 3 twine combo pack. It comes with pumpkin pie, coastal cabana, and garden green. And this is actually in the mini catalog. It's not a celebration item. And you're just going to take about 10 inches of that twine, and you're going to create a faux bow. And if you've watched me on my channel before, you know that I love faux bows. They're perfect for underneath greetings because they lay flat rather than the tying a bow, and you've got that knot. So you just find the center of your twine, add it to a glue dot, and then wrap back and forth on the glue dot to create that bow shape. And then you take a second glue dot and sandwich them together. And then you have this flat bow. And I'm going to add it on the right side of my first ribbon, the natural finish ribbon. And then I'm going to add my greeting. And there are so many fun greetings in this stamp set. We've got look at you, it looks like spring, hey there, a bunch, everything's coming up carrots, there's no one quite like you, love you, and thanks. And so on my cards, I used a variety of greetings. Today I'm going to use the everything's coming up carrots, and I did stamp that in Evening Evergreen, which is just a really nice dark ink. And I'm going to pop it up with some dimensionals. And then I punched it out using the Label Me Fancy punch. And that just goes right over that bow in the middle of the natural twine. And if you need to add a little more, you can always pull that to get it a little bigger. And that card is all done. Let's go ahead and look at the other cards. So here are the 5 other cards that you can create using those patterns and the different combinations you can put together. So that green has a really fun pop and really makes that center element stand out. I love the fresh freesia with that dark Evening Evergreen. Here it is with Old Olive. And then I really love this one, how dark the colors are. Again, it makes that center element really pop. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching me create this fun set of cards with Sale-a-bration products. If you're interested in getting written instructions or seeing close-up images on how I created these cards, you can visit my blog, creativechelsea.com. If you would like to purchase Stampin' Up! Products through me, please use the links in the description below. Thanks so much for watching. Have a creative day. Bye.